Let's see. So I've started losing weight on a consistent basis more often now, really, since I've been on this protocol. And I will say I have been fearful, terrified of needles prior to doing this protocol. Whenever I go to the doctor and they have to take blood or whatever, it's always an issue, you know, for before they can stick me, literally. I mean, it's taken sometimes up to 5 minutes before I let them put the needle in my arm. But anyway, just one of my phobias. So I have worked past that since being on this protocol because, I mean, think of it. You have to inject yourself 43 times. So I worked quickly past that. And I would say today my injections were it was more painful than ever before. Meaning, well, I say that to say, find areas on your body if you inject, because I go from left to right of my sides and my stomach into my legs. And I injected in my left leg this morning, and oh my gosh, I don't know if it was just because it's not firm in the area or what, but it hurt. And I was like, it was a pinch. But what I did was I paused because it pinched. I paused. I stopped going in, and it kind of like prolonged the sting. So it was like a sting or a pinch, if you will. And because I'm working on mental cleansing and what have you on this process, I often pray when I inject myself. And so I just had to say, okay, you know, I am healed from obesity in Jesus' name, whatever I usually say every day, it's something, it's never the same every day. I just say a prayer while I do it, which actually helps me stay focused and committed to this process. But so find places on your body that, like when you start the injections, you're not supposed to prick yourself in the exact same area every day to prevent track marks. But oh my gosh, I mean, I don't know what was going on with that part of my leg. Maybe it was one of the more fatty areas. I don't know. But I would say out of the 19 days I've been on this process, today was like the worst pinch, but it was still tolerable. I didn't cry or anything. It was just like, okay, get it over. When I started putting the needle in further, it stopped. So when you inject yourself, if you feel a pinch, don't pause because it'll prolong the sting. Just keep going in. And then after I did it, it came out without any problems. The needle did anyway. The needle came out without any problems. And the injecting the HCG was no problem at all. So it was just amazing for me to feel that today. I was like, wow, what happened? So that's about it. I would say one of the other challenges I've had with my meals is because I've had some relatives over. My nephews were here visiting over the 4th of July weekend, which we just came off of, and I was cooking food for them. And the smell is like, oh my gosh, I just wanted a piece of that barbecue. But I remained disciplined and I did not taste it. And I was tempted because there was just a little piece and I was like, oh, this can't hurt. I ought to just take it. And my mind just said, no, it's not worth it. And if I start cheating and taking itty bitsy pieces now, then I look at it as that will be what life will continue to be like after I complete the protocol. I need to be able to control myself regardless of how good and tasty the food may look, and it actually is, as I go forward, because I am in control of my weight and my life, and I'm determined to live a healthy lifestyle. So I just wanted to share that with you. Oh, and some other exciting news. See, this is the second sheet of what we're, the charts that we take. And I would say I lost 1.5 inches around my bust. I started out at 38. I'm now at 36.5. My weight started out at 41. I'm down to a 38. My hips were 50. I'm down to 48 and a half inches. And my inner thigh, I started out at 30. I'm down to a 29. And my neck, I started out with 16 and a half inches. I'm down to a 16. So I chart my process every 2 weeks. And the next will be 4 weeks, which I'm excited. So I'm going to continue on. I'm staying focused. I'm staying disciplined. And, if you're on it, stick to the protocol. Just experiment with your food. It's very good. I only, again, do shrimp, fish, chicken, maybe some very lean ground turkey, and I'll do beef. So other than that, I'm sticking to it. I'm loving the process. I've shed 22 pounds since I started. I'm on day 19. I'm 22 pounds lighter, and it's just awesome. And I actually feel great. I'm not as bloated as I used to be before I started this diet, this HCG protocol. And besides, people are asking me what I'm doing now. And the first thing I'll tell them is what I'm doing requires discipline and commitment. And and needles. And if you're not willing, if one of those three does not sound like something you're willing to commit to, then I really not even rather elaborate on it. But I'm sharing. So on my Facebook page, I have to post some information because all my friends, and they're like, "What are you doing? How are you doing it?" And I mean, hey, like I want to get rid of this. Yeah, I want to get rid of that. And my arms aren't real flabby. Um, Most people can't believe I was over 200 pounds, but because I carry my weight very well, but I was. And the reality is 170 is my goal. So I will be doing a round 2. This is my first round, by the way, for those of you who are curious. I'm on round 1. I will be doing a round 2 to obtain my goal of 170 pounds. So until next time, I am Harmony, and I hope that you're having success on your HCG protocol. And if you're considering starting, do research, read, look at different videos as I did on YouTube of various people who have done the process, and just make your decision from there. But don't be afraid of the needles, because it's not, again, today was like the worst. It must be the area, which I will never do again. But it's been fun, and I'm excited about it, because if I can lose 22 pounds in 19 days, and I have another 26 days, according to this chart, is another 26 days. If I can lose another 22 pounds, life is just wonderful. So I'm excited and just wanted to share with you. Again, I'm Harmony, and until next time, you take care.